Are you ready for the King of the Ice? Pete's Power Plays with Philly Pete starts now on 12 Ounce Sports.
And good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Wednesday, April 21st, 2021 episode of Pete's Power Plays, hosted by the one, the only King of the Ice himself, Philly Pete, and we're live on 12 Ounce Sports and Zingo TV, channel 761. Thank you all so much for taking time out of your day, morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you may be across the world and hanging out with yours truly. I deeply appreciate that a lot. And, I couldn't do this show without each and every one of you. So this show, Pete's Power Plays, is sponsored by the one, the only, MyBookie.ag. Sports are back like we know, ladies and gentlemen. You got the MLB in full force. You're coming around the corner to the NBA playoffs and the NHL Stanley Cup playoffs as well. You have the Kentucky Derby coming up as well very, very soon. You got Europa, you got Champions League soccer, whatever you need to fit your needs and your betting needs by going to buy MyBookie.ag. Use the promo code 12Ounce Sports, 12OZ Sports, all caps. Once again, MyBookie.ag. Use the promo code 12Ounce Sports, 12OZ Sports. Again, all caps, no spaces. Sign up today. They'll match your first deposit up to $1,000. That's a good gig right there. And always remember to gamble responsibly. Also, Zingo TV, channel 761. Those out there that are tuning in, welcome to today's episode of Pete's Power Plays. If you don't have Zingo TV, I highly recommend you get it. It's a free app. Everyone loves free stuff nowadays. They really do. It's on every streaming device as well. So if you have Google, if you have the Google Chromecast, if you have the Roku, if you have Apple TV, if you have the Amazon Fire Stick, search it up. Zingo TV, Zingo. Sign up for an account today. Use the promo code 12Ounce, 12OZ. And from there, flip over to channel 761. That's 761, where you'll be hearing today's episode of Pete's Power Plays. Last but not least, we have Amazon.com. We have a website out there. Spring is in full effect, ladies and gentlemen. As we know, that only means summer is right around the corner. So if you want the best clothing out there, the best brands, whatever it may be to get you rocking and rolling into the spring, into the summer, go to www.12ouncesportsnetwork.com/Amazon. Once again, www.12ouncesportsnetwork.com/Amazon. And last but not least, of course, 12 Ounce Sports. We have a bunch of phenomenal shows, a bunch of great guys. It's a nice family that we have there at 12 Ounce Sports. And, come by, hang out with everybody else, not just with Pete's Power Plays, but hang out with everybody else that we have on 12 Ounce Sports. Again, it's a great crew. Every show is unique in every way possible, too. So that's the truth. Everyone has a unique show. It's phenomenal. And everyone is just great. I mean, simple as that. It's a great family that we have. Check out everyone's show as well when you tune in 12 Ounce Sports. You won't be denied of anything. Trust me. I'm telling you flat out. And everyone appreciates when we have fans and viewers checking out our shows. But big things are coming. Big things are coming for 12 Ounce Sports, so just be on the lookout. So there you have it. Last night wasn't great. We went 3-4 with Twitter plays, and that includes client plays as well. So we went 3-4. We lost one unit. Nothing crazy. When I just thought that the positivity was starting after Monday night, not so much. So we went 3-4. We lost one unit. Let me go over those real quick, and then I will talk about the show plays that went 15-7 last night. So that was pretty good, pretty solid. So show plays go 15-7. So congrats to those that tailed. I also had 4 sweeps on the ice for games. So there you go. I mean, I'll get into it after my Twitter and client plays. So the Toronto Maple Leafs. What the hell is going on? I mean, you can't even beat this COVID Vancouver Canucks team. It makes absolutely no sense. Again, if whoever cashed out the Canucks at that large money line value, I mean, congratulations. That's just one hell one hell of a cash out for sure. Back-to-back nights, to say the least. I mean, that's incredible. That's incredible. No one saw that coming. I mean, obviously, if you want to put a half unit down, you can. You got solid money regardless. But I had the Maple Leafs -1.5 on the puck line. I kind of expected the Leafs to kind of like maybe show up this time, and clearly they didn't. You had the lead back and forth. You're up 1-0, then you were down 2-1. They came back, took the lead 3-2 just to get demolished 6-3 by Vancouver. You got demolished again. I'm not sure what's going on. This is not good for Toronto. I know they're in the playoffs. All right, they have nothing to lose right now, but that's just embarrassing. That is a pure defeat, embarrassment by the Toronto Maple Leafs. But hey, whatever. That's just how it goes. I'm not dwelling on it because I don't do that. I don't dwell on plays. I just move on. I tell you how if I won or lost, I give you my overall units and I move the hell on to the next day. That's it. One and done for me. And I don't need to be crying about these games. So Leafs -1.5 on the puck line. That lost. Pens Devils over 1.5 first period. That cashed out no problem. I mean, again, these first periods have been cashing out. I mean, you gotta take advice here. I mean, I'm telling you, I've been pretty darn good with these first period overs. So if you are in town, you should start. I know we had a couple bumps in the road last week. I know we lost about 2 or 3, but I mean, prior to that, we were hitting all of them, and then we started hitting them again last night. So let's get back into that. So that cashed out. Panthers in regulation, that cashed out. That was no problem. Red Wings +1.5. I was a big believer in the Wings. And it wasn't even close. I mean, they had healthy players. Dallas had players even scratched. The advantage was definitely the Red Wings there, but it wasn't even close. Red Wings +1.5, that lost. Canucks and Leafs, first period over 1.5, that lost. That was a half unit play. It's just, I took a chance with it. I liked it. I just wanted to see what I can get. But I was hoping Toronto would have came out, full wing, full fire, and they couldn't get it done. They had 1 goal, but not 2. So that did not do the trick there. So that lost. Clients go 1-1 with a little bit of value. They had a little positive night on their own. The Hurricanes money line at +105, that cashed out for them. That was a nice win. I love that spot there for Carolina after the tough defeat that they had in overtime the night before. Carolina is a great team. They are a good team. Just be on the lookout for this team in the playoffs. I'm telling you right now. So last night was a good spot for them and a bounce back spot. And I liked it. So it was a client play, +105. That was a small dog that cashed out for them. And then, of course, the Leafs Panthers money line parlay at +100. Again, the Leafs, I come back to the Leafs again. I'm thinking that they're going to bounce back, and again, they don't. So, but it is what it is. Clients go 1-1 with a little bit of positive value there for the evening. They win a little bit of money. So all is well. And overall, 3-4 with a -1. 1 unit lost on the evening. So overall, my NHL season is 373 wins, 363 losses, and 28 lovely pushes. Yes, we're still over 50 units. It's incredible. Plus 52.33 units. Again, 52.33 units overall. I mean, it's still been a stellar NHL season so far. We are quickly approaching the NHL playoffs. So to be where I'm at today, I can't complain. And again, if it wasn't for the support and appreciation from each and every one of you out there that not only tuned to my show, but those that reach out to me in general, I mean, I couldn't have done this without you. So this is awesome. I'm glad. I'm happy where I'm at. I'm very, very, very happy, let alone, the way the season has been. So to be up 50 units is definitely, kind of like a capper's dream in this sort of situation and this sort of schedule. I mean, can't go wrong there. So there you have it there. And before I take a quick 2-minute commercial break, let me go at least over half of the show plays, and then when I get back from commercial, I'll go over the rest of the show plays from yesterday and tonight's 4-game slate. It's the NHL is doing this to us on a Wednesday night, so only 4 games on the menu this evening, but hey, we'll get it done. So as far as show plays tonight, or last night I should say, Boston and Buffalo, and again, like I said, we had 4 games last night that swept the show plays, so congratulations to those who tailed that. Simple as that. So Boston, Buffalo, we had Boston on the money line. That won. Boston puck line -1.5. That won. The only loss in that game was the over 5.5. New York Islanders and the Rangers. We had the Islanders on the money line. So many people were on the Rangers. I don't know why. I just love how the Islanders have been playing. They've only lost 2 games at home. They absolutely demolish people at home. And that's where they play well, of course. I mean, every home team should be playing well on home nights. But the Islanders are just a different breed. They absolutely destroyed the Rangers, and that's why I love the Islanders and the money line there. That was an easy peasy, easy win there. So that cashed out. And the under 5.5, that lost. I didn't expect the Islanders to put up 6, but they did. And that's just how it goes. So 1-1 there in that game. Carolina and Tampa, here is one of the 4 sweeps on the show. Carolina on the money line, of course, that cashed out. That was also a client play. This is why I do this show as well, because you can get some possible hints that where I'm leaning, so you could get that and be, hey, listen, this could be a potential client play. You know, of course, you don't know until I post it the next morning, because that's just how I am. But and you know what? Just to get off subject real quick, you know, I appreciate a lot of you out there that's reach out to me in terms of how unique I am. I mean, I guess so. I guess I'm unique, but you know, a lot of people telling me, hey, you know, you don't see any other NHL capper giving out Twitter plays, giving out show plays, and client plays all at once. I mean, I tweet out a Twitter play, okay, of course I do, and I tweet out and I give out, you know, my client plays. So that's already 2 in 1. I mean, that's insane. A lot of people just give out client plays and then show if you want until the next day. I mean, I like to give back to everybody. I like to have everyone get a chance here to cash out. So that's why I do Twitter plays. That's why I do. So those obviously are my free plays. That's why I do Twitter plays. That's why I do client plays. And that's why I do show plays as well. So you can get an advantage on your bookie, on anything else that you need. So, hey, if you think I'm unique, I appreciate that a lot. And it is a lot of work. But this is what I've been doing the last 4 years now of doing and capping this sport, is giving out Twitter plays, client plays, and show plays I started doing, of course, last year, almost 2 years ago now. So that's just how it's been. But give me a quick 2-minute commercial break. I'll be back, and I will talk about the rest of the show plays from last night. So give me 2. Be back in a flash.
Welcome to MyBookie. You're ready to create an account and start making money, and we're here to help. And remember, you can get a bonus of up to $1,000 on your first deposit. Now you're ready to bet. Just go to mybookie.ag, visit the sportsbook, click on your bet, and input the amount you want to risk or win in the bet slip. Yes, it's that easy. Just remember, at MyBookie, you play, you win, you get paid.
And ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for taking that quick 2-minute timeout with me. This is the Wednesday, April 21st, 2021 episode of Pete's Power Plays, hosted by the one, the only, King of the Ice himself, Philly Pete. And again, we're live on 12 Ounce Sports and Zingo TV, channel 761. Thank you all again so much for taking time out of your day, evening, night, wherever you may be, and hanging out with yours truly as I discussed Tonight's slate, slow NHL slate, 4-game slate. And let me get back into yesterday's show plays that I had for you guys. Again, we went 3-4 in the evening last night. Show plays went 15-7 overall. So again, congrats to those that tailed any play that I may have given them in regards. So I just went over a couple things, like a couple games from the show plays from yesterday. Real quick, Boston money line that cashed. Boston -1.5 that cashed, and the over 5.5 lost. Islanders on the money line and the under 5.5. So obviously we won the Isles and we lost the under there. Here comes 3 sweeps in a row there. Carolina and the under 5.5. They both cashed out. Florida and Columbus. Florida on the money line. Florida -1.5. Florida in regulation and the over 5.5. That all cashed out. So that was a sweep, back-to-back sweep games. Jersey, Pittsburgh on the money line, Pittsburgh puck line, they both cashed out, and the over 6 was a no problem at all either. So that's another sweep. Detroit and Dallas was a little bit of a slip up. Detroit money line and Detroit +1.5 both were losses, but the over 5, of course, when you see a 5, that's an automatic bet for Philly Pete. That cashed out. Vancouver and Toronto, another crap storm. Toronto money line, Toronto -1.5, and the under 6 or 6.5 that did not cash out. That was like the reverse sweep of the night right there in that game. And then last but not least, another sweep. Anaheim and the Kings. Kings on the money line, Kings in regulation, and the under 5.5. There you have it. 4 NHL sweeps last night from the show. Congrats to those that tailed and cashed out. Let's get into it tonight as we speak. Only 4 games on the menu, so hey, it is what it is. So, Nashville at the Chicago Blackhawks, ladies and gentlemen. Over-under set at 5.5. Okay, Chicago is +105 on the dog as a money line there, and Nashville is -125. Nashville has won 6 in a row head-to-head against Chicago. We took them last time. They cashed out, no problem. They kicked the crap out of Chicago, so that was an easy-peasy win there for the people of Twitter. But again, they're back in Chicago. Nashville, of course, has won the last 6 in a row against Chicago. So does the trend keep up? We'll see what happens. Chicago at home, however. Now, this is a 50-50 toss-up here. 50% of the money is going towards Chicago. 50% of the money is going towards Nashville. Excuse me. And again, the over-under is set at 5.5. Chicago at home, 11-8-1. Covering the puck line, they're 14-7 at home. So that's actually pretty solid home puck line record for the Blackhawks. Obviously, they didn't do it last time, but they're still subpar when it comes to covering the puck line at home. Now, that +1.5 spot is going to be very juicy tonight, knowing that Chicago is only a small dog at +105. But I'm thinking their +1.5 will probably be about -250. I don't really like taking that high of a price. That's a juicy price for me. But maybe parlay it with something else. I'm sure you'll probably find something. There's 4 games, so you can obviously parlay with something of your liking. But when it comes to the over, Chicago is 6-4 in their last 10. Now you look at Nashville here, -125 as a small money line team there. They're 11-12 on the road, 14-10 on the road when covering the puck line. So again, they're not too bad either on the road when covering that. And when it comes to the overs, they're 3-4-3. Okay, so we saw the over cash out last time. We absolutely did. But trending-wise, I just feel like this game to me, I don't know, I just feel like we had a bunch of overs last night, and tonight could absolutely be a potential low-scoring affair, maybe besides one game that I have in mind. But I'm going to go ahead and take the Nashville Predators once again here on the money line. The Blackhawks have been regressing a little bit in my mind. They really haven't been doing too much. Not really feeling the Blackhawks as of late, and obviously it's showing. So Nashville, I think they win 7 straight in a row head-to-head against the Blackhawks, and that's where I'm going here. So give me the Nashville Preds money line, -125. I also like the under 5.5 in this game. I really think that last time we got the over, and I just think this time we might see a little bit more defense there to how I feel. So, and of course the trends for Nashville is just 3-4-3. I mean, like I said, I know they had it last time, but I think tonight we get a little bit more of a slower pace game. So all in all, Preds money line -125 and the under 5.5 between the Blackhawks and the Nashville Predators. Next up, we have the Minnesota Wild at the Arizona Coyotes. Over-under set at 5.5. Minnesota minus 155 on the money line. Arizona's plus 135 on the money line. You know what? This is a little bit. This could be a tricky game, I feel, but I'm leaning in one way. Obviously, 70% of the money is going towards Minnesota there at that minus 155 spot. 30% of the money is going towards Arizona at that plus 135 spot as a home dog. Now, Arizona did open up at plus 110. Now they're at plus 135. So money is trending towards Minnesota's way. That's where the backers are going. That's where the public is going. When you look at Arizona here, actually these two teams have identical home and away records. First off, Arizona 11-9-1 at home. They're also 11-12 when covering the puck line at home in their last 23. And when it comes to the overs, they're 7-3 in their last 10. I do like the way they've been scoring. So does Minnesota. I mean, this has a good trend for the over. Now, when you look at Minnesota here at minus 155, getting 70% of the money, they're also 11-9-2 on the road this year. So similar comparisons to Arizona. You know, that's just how it is. Now, covering the puck line, they're also not that great. They're okay, but 10-13 on the road in their last 23. And with the overs, Minnesota is 6-4 in their last 10. So, I mean, the trend is on the over in this game, and that's how I'm feeling as well. So I like the Minnesota Wild and Arizona Coyotes over 5.5 in this game. I also like Minnesota on the money line at minus 155, and I also like Minnesota minus 1. I have a feeling that this game could possibly go to overtime. I don't know. I have this strong feeling that you're going to see goals, and you're going to see a 3-3 sort of game, and it's going to go to overtime, but we'll see what happens. But I'm going Minnesota at minus 155 on the money line. I also like Minnesota minus 1 at plus 110. You get plus 110 value there, and the over 5.5 between the Coyotes and the Minnesota Wild. 2 games left on the menu. I know it's a short slate, but I don't schedule the NHL games. You can contact Gary Bettman if you want. But San Jose Sharks at the Vegas Golden Knights. Over or under at 5.5. Okay, this is going to move to 6. This is a game where it's going to move to 6 before puck drop. Take the over 5.5 because I'm taking the over 5.5 once again in this game. But Sharks, Vegas minus 250 on the money line, very juicy. Sharks plus 220 as a dog on the money line. Okay, we saw a close game last time. Vegas 85% of the money. I don't think I've seen anything past like between 80 and 83% at all since I've been capping, but 85% of the money is going towards Vegas here. That's absurd. San Jose getting 20%. 15% of the money is going towards San Jose there. So 85% of the money going towards Vegas, 15% of the money going towards the Sharks. Sharks are at plus 220 as a big-time dog money line as well. No movement at all. It stayed roughly at minus 250 the entire time. Again, over-under is 5.5. I do expect this game to move up to 6 by the time that puck drop happens tonight. That's at 9:30 as well. So get the over 5.5 when you can. Vegas, 17-4 at home this year. They're also 8-15 though when covering the puck line. They didn't do it last time. The Sharks covered that puck line. It was a 3-2 game. That's what it was. So Vegas, again, 17-4 at home. They're 8-15 when covering the puck line, and 5-5 when it comes to the overs. San Jose, on the other hand, 10-12-1 away, but they're also a pretty solid puck line covering team, as we saw last time against Vegas. 16-9 in their last 25 on the road. San Jose is 3-6-1 when it comes to the over. So I like the over 5.5. I want to give it another shot here. We didn't get it last time, but I feel like this time we should. That's what usually happens sometimes. You know, we had the wild game that went under against the Sharks a couple days ago, and that didn't cash, obviously. Oh, we had the over, but the under hit, and then we took it again, and of course it hit. So, you know, this time, Sharks Vegas, it didn't cash out the over 5.5. This time, we're going to take the over again and see what happens. So they owe us, they really do. So in conclusion to this game here, I'm going Vegas here. I'm full out on Vegas. I like Vegas. If you want on the money line, parlay that with Minnesota, you'll get some plus odds. But I like Vegas in regulation. I like Vegas -1 and -1.5 too. I'm all over the Knights here tonight. And I like the over 5.5. Again, I just feel like it's going to move up to 6. So I highly recommend you take the over 5.5 when you can. This is why you listen to the show early, bright and early, because you're going to get the best book or the best line available until your bookie obviously changes it. So Vegas, minus 250 money line, minus 1.5, minus 1 regulation, yada yada yada. I'm on the Vegas tonight and the over 5.5. Also look out for a potential first period over in this game too. I do like the over first period in this matchup as well. So there you have it. Last but not least, 10 o'clock matchups, the last game on the schedule. Again, this is a short slate this evening. Montreal Canadiens at the Edmonton Oilers. Over-under is set at 6. Some books are at 5.5, but I think it is a constant 6, and I think it's just going to stay at 6 for the rest of the day here. 20% of my books have 5.5, but again, it's just going to be a matter of time until it moves to 6, and it will. It'll stay there. Edmonton. Minus 140 on the money line. Montreal plus 120 as a dog on the money line. Now, Edmonton opened up at minus 120. Now they're up to minus 140. So obviously, money is heading into Edmonton's direction there. And I see why. 75% of that money is going towards Edmonton. 25% is going to Montreal. Edmonton at home, 14-8. They have a pretty solid home record. They're 10-12 when covering the puck line in their last 22. And when it comes to the overs, though, Edmonton is 1-9 in their last 10 on the overs. Not good at all. Montreal, 9-5-4 on the road. 11-10 when covering that puck line as well in their last 21. That's away, though, away record. So pretty similar in both aspects. Obviously, Edmonton's a good home team, but Montreal obviously plays good away as well. So, and their over-under trend is 2-7-1 in their last 10. So you have Edmonton that's 1-9 in their last 10. Edmonton 2-7-1 in the last 10. This trend is under. This is an under trend for this game. So again, I like the under 6 in this game. I do. I feel like we're going to get it again, and that's how I'm feeling. That's how I'm feeling. You got it last time. Okay, we got the under last time, and I feel like this, again, just the way that these two teams have been playing, really, really bad trends with the over. So I like the under 6 in this game. And I like the Edmonton Oilers. I like the Oilers in this game once again. Couple side notes here that I had. Now, Edmonton did beat Montreal 4-1 the other night. 4 goals in the third period. Montreal was up 1-0 halfway into the third period. And we had Montreal that game. We had Montreal, and they just faltered. Carey Price, of course, he stopped 7 shots in the opening 20 minutes, but didn't come out after the intermission, of course. He got hurt, and he will miss a week because he's in concussion protocol. That's a big, big deal for the Habs, and not good news going forward. But with the means of Jake Allen, who obviously is a phenomenal backup goaltender, again, and he's been kind of shaky as of late. He has been. Obviously, we saw that against Edmonton, and, it's going to happen. This is what's going to happen. Now, he did allow 3 of the 4 goals on Monday, and the Canadiens now are 3-10 in their last 13 road games. So that is not good road record for the Habs. That's why I trend with the Oilers there, and I love the Oilers in this matchup. I think they're going to win this game too. But, we know the Habs have actually owned this series. They won 4 of 6 games between the two, but, you're getting good. I don't know. I just think you're getting really good value with the Oilers in this situation. I thought it'd be a little bit more because of no Carey Price and just the way the Oilers have been playing pretty good as of late. You have to imagine. But the Oilers have won 2 in a row and 6 of 10, while the Canadiens have lost 2 in a row and 7 of the last 10. So again, the Habs are regressing, and that's just how it is. That's how it is. So give me the Oilers on the money line and the under 6 between the Oilers and the Canadiens. And here we go. This is going to be my last show of the week. I'm not going to have one tomorrow. My wife and I are heading to the hospital. The wife is getting induced, and we should be having little baby Gia soon enough. Hopefully tomorrow or Friday. We'll see what happens. But we will be in the hospital tonight. She will be getting induced. We will bring on the next generation of Tucci kids, and couldn't be more excited. So no show tomorrow. Next week I will see. Depends, of course, how the baby is, and I will let you all know. You all will know. Look out for pictures and everything else in general, and have a great day. Have a great day. Have a great weekend, and I will be back possibly on Tuesday to talk more pucks like usual. I'll see you guys. Be safe, and let's cash out more tickets. I'll see you guys. Bye.